The Rise of Cardi B, Lessons from Scandals and Setbacks. In 2017, a woman who once worked as a stripper and posted unfiltered Instagram rants suddenly topped the Billboard Hot 100 without a record label backing her debut single. That woman? Cardi B, and that single? Bodak Yellow. He wasn't just the first female rapper in nearly 2 decades to hit #1 solo. She did it on her own terms, with zero apologies. So how did Cardi B go from the streets of the Bronx to the top of the music industry while staying unapologetically herself? Today we're breaking down the wild, unpredictable, and undeniably inspiring rise of Cardi B. The hustler beginnings. Cardi B's story starts far from the polished stages of award shows. Raised in the Highbridge neighborhood of the Bronx, she grew up in an environment that was raw, loud, and unrelenting. From an early age, Cardi knew survival wasn't a choice, it was a necessity. She started stripping at 19, not out of glamour, but survival, using the money to escape an abusive relationship and eventually support herself through school. But here's the twist, she wasn't ashamed of it. In fact, she owned her past publicly, turning what many would hide into a key part of her brand. This brutal honesty, combined with her razor-sharp wit, made her a magnet on social media. Her early success didn't come from a record deal. It came from a phone camera, a fearless voice, and a refusal to be anything other than 100% real. Instagram fame to reality TV. Before she ever held a mic in a recording booth, Cardi B built an empire on Instagram. Her videos, raw, funny, political, and always unpredictable, went viral for a reason. She had a talent for turning everyday life into unforgettable content. That online fame led her to Love and Hip Hop, New York, where she quickly became a breakout star. But reality TV wasn't the end goal, it was a platform. And while many assumed she'd peak there, Cardi made it clear. She wasn't about to be boxed in. The risk? Most people don't take reality stars seriously in music. Bodak Yellow and the breakthrough. When Bodak Yellow exploded in 2017, it wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural earthquake. The song became an anthem, especially for women who felt unseen in a music industry dominated by male narratives. It wasn't polished or overly produced. It was raw confidence on a beat, delivered by someone who meant every word. But here's the catch. Cardi wasn't supposed to win. Critics doubted her lyrical ability and industry gatekeepers scoffed at her brash delivery. And yet, she did what few had done before, took a viral buzz, and turned it into a legitimate music career. Backlash and battles. As her fame skyrocketed, so did the controversies. Cardi's outspoken nature, the very thing that drew fans in, also became the target of online mobs and media criticism. From heated Twitter feuds to public spats with other artists, she was constantly under fire. One major flashpoint? Her beef with Nicki Minaj. A feud so intense it literally spilled into a physical altercation at a New York Fashion Week party. But Cardi didn't fold under pressure. She addressed conflicts head-on, sometimes maybe too directly, but always with authenticity. The risk? Getting canceled in a digital era where one misstep can ruin you. But Cardi's lesson here was clear. Being real will always outlast being perfect. She reminded the world that growth and mistakes aren't mutually exclusive, and that being human isn't a weakness. Motherhood in the spotlight. When Cardi announced her pregnancy with Offset, some critics scoffed, claiming it would derail her career, especially since she was still climbing. But instead of slowing down, she leaned in, performing while pregnant, releasing hits, and appearing on magazine covers. Cardi challenged the outdated notion that motherhood and success can't coexist. She didn't hide her pregnancy like a liability. She flaunted it like a crown. The message was clear. Women don't have to choose between being artists and being mothers. Cardi's fearless approach to motherhood in the public eye became another defining moment in her rise. One that resonated with countless fans juggling similar dualities in their own lives. Her vulnerability, especially post-birth, made her not just relatable but real in a space that often demands curated perfection. Grammy win and industry respect. When Cardi B won the Grammy for Best Rap Album for Invasion of Privacy, it was a seismic moment, not just for her, but for women in hip-hop. She became the first solo female rapper to ever win the award. But with the accolade came a fresh wave of hate. Trolls claimed she didn't deserve it, that her win was a fluke, that she didn't write enough of her own material. And yet, Cardi took the criticism in stride. She acknowledged her team, her work ethic, and the grind it took to even make the album while pregnant and under massive pressure. The Grammy wasn't just a win, it was a statement. That women of color from marginalized backgrounds could dominate an industry that tried for decades to shut them out. Cardi, a businesswoman. Beyond the mic, Cardi B has proven she's more than just an entertainer. She's a brand. With high-profile partnerships from Fashion Nova to Balenciaga, a line of alcoholic beverages, and major social media influence, she's built a multi-stream empire that reflects both street smarts and market savvy. She understands her audience deeply, and she speaks their language, whether it's through viral tweets or business deals that resonate with working-class consumers. Cardi didn't study business at Harvard, but she understands business in a way that many executives miss entirely. Connect with people where they are, and bring them with you. Her journey from strip clubs to boardrooms proves that business acumen doesn't always come in a suit. Sometimes it comes in heels and a wig, shouting occur. Navigating legal and personal drama. Cardi's rise has not been without turbulence. Legal battles, public fights, and personal heartbreaks, especially involving Offset, have kept her name in the headlines for more than just her music. Some saw it as proof she wasn't polished enough for long-term success. But Cardi has always leaned into transparency. She didn't hide her tears, her anger, or her flaws. In doing so, she carved out a space where fans didn't just root for her, they related to her. Her ability to show pain alongside power made her more than a rapper. It made her a mirror for a generation that's learning how to be both strong and vulnerable at the same time. Cardi as a cultural voice. In recent years, Cardi has stepped into another unexpected role: political commentator. Whether she's calling out government officials, interviewing presidential candidates, or going viral for demanding healthcare reform, Cardi has become an unlikely voice in national conversations. Some rolled their eyes, but many listened. Because while her delivery might not sound like a policy analyst, her passion hits hard. Cardi speaks for people who often feel ignored in politics, and she does it with zero filter. That raw energy has opened doors to conversations that matter, and proven that influence doesn't have to look conventional. Cardi isn't afraid to use her platform for real talk, even when it's messy. And that's what keeps her not just relevant, but respected. Legacy in the making? So what does Cardi B's rise really teach us? That you don't have to come from privilege to become powerful. That mistakes don't have to be the end of your story. That being loud, emotional, and authentic isn't a liability, it's a strategy. Cardi B didn't wait for permission to shine, she took space. And in doing so, she made it easier for others to do the same. Her story is still unfolding, but one thing's for sure: she's not going anywhere. Whether she's on stage, in court, or in your feed, Cardi's presence is undeniable. And the world is finally learning what she knew all along: she's not just part of the culture, she is the culture. If Cardi B's journey from scandals to superstardom inspired you, smash that like button and share this video with someone who needs to hear that it's never too late to rise. Got a favorite Cardi moment or a lesson you've taken from her story? Drop it in the comments, let's talk. And if you love deep dives into the real stories behind pop culture icons, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Thanks for watching, and remember, your setbacks don't define you, how you rise does.